Sarcasm 17 once again. This is a new series of low level invasions, sorry, in the depths. I don't have any spiffy name yet, but I'm sure I'll come up with one in time. And this is the first the pilot episode of it. I'm going to be joined with my girlfriend.
Hello.
That doesn't mean she's going to be here on every episode, but she's going to be here for this one. And we're going to be going over some Dark Souls things and some stuff that happens in the invasions and just trying to analyse it and just have some fun. But no doubt idiots on the internet will misconstrue this as complaining and bitching and put down their stupid comments. But what can we do about those people, folks? Because we can't drown them all. There's not enough water. But this is the first invasion here with a host and a phantom. The phantom is rocking the heater shield and a halberd. I'm getting backstabbed with my broken Drake sword. And everything's going pretty fun. And that is a crossfade. So a little door behind my editing software, whenever a crossfade happens when you're using the preview window and you haven't rendered it, I know this is a lot of big words for people that don't do this stuff, the video will freeze and it will continue to record and play, so I will have a frozen screen while we watch, so we have to stop it. So just then we lost like a fraction of the footage, so do bear with us. But fireball and various other things. So, do you know where this is in the game? Have you ever seen me play this part?
I don't think so. This doesn't look familiar.
Oh, that guy's left. So...
It's a nice stabbing wall.
Exactly. Well, this is an interesting part of the game. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like whatever that is.
I do. He's awesome. He's my pet slimes, and they're all coming. They like him. There you go. Oh, it didn't flatten him. Ow. The game spells hurt. Yeah. Go on, get him, Jelly. Oh, the jellies didn't get him.
I was literally just about to say, it looks like you're in a sewer, and then something...
Yeah, Turdy comes along.
Yeah.
Well, it is a sewer.
And they are turds.
Well, they're not turds, they're slimes. But they might have been turds in a past life.
Are they actually called slimes?
They're a slime. That's what slimes are called. You know, not played Dragon Quest. They're everywhere. But this place is interesting because you can come here at any level.
Can you not go everywhere at every level?
Feasibly, yes.
You might not do it very well.
Well, yeah, but this is an optional area is what I'm trying to say. This is a place where you can come for days till you're completely drained and pale and wan.
You're always pale and wan.
How dare you? No, but you can come here from the very beginning of the game, if you know what you're doing, or you can come here before you've killed the last boss. So the invasions are a very wide perspective.
Can you not do that every time?
Well,
I'm confused.
No, you can't, because you have to. There's a progression in the game.
So there's some places that you can't go until you've got to that point in the game, is that?
Exactly. Like, there's a place called Sense Fortress. You can't go there till you've rang 2 bells. To ring 2 bells, you have to go to 2 places. You can't just go to the place that opens once you've rung the bells if you've not rang them.
But here you can go to at any point in
Yeah,
the game.
this is a place that has no real consequence on the plot. This is a place that can be completely skipped. You don't have to come here at all. You can just do the normal game. I barely come here. The only thing I come here for is an upgrade component that's literally in this room. So I'll come here, get the upgrade component, and then I'll get out.
Yeah, I was going to say I've never seen you playing here.
Yeah, I very rarely do this because I always use the shortcut to a place called Blighttown because I don't really like it. So the cool thing about what I'm doing right now is this is the strength build of my low level soul level 15 character. It's the very same one that was in the beginning of the low level videos. The stats are not different at all. The only difference here is I'm wearing a piece of armor and I'm now using a Drake sword. And the levels of the opponents you're going to fight here, if you want to do something similar with invading at low level, you're going to get everybody from people who have come here thinking it's where you're supposed to go because they don't know any better, to people who are New Game Plus a handful. So you never know who you're going to fight. And it's really good for diversity, but at the same time, you're going to be super under-leveled for some people and a little over-leveled for others.
Can I just ask? I think I looked at it, but is New Game Plus how many times you've played through it after your initial playthrough?
Exactly, yeah.
Right. I just wanted to check because you mentioned it a lot, and I thought I knew quite well.
Well, the thing on this game is New Game Plus is different on Dark Souls. Like, you know that idiot guy who's telling me to play my walkthroughs on the hardest difficulties in the comments?
Yeah.
He said that on Last of Us, New Game Plus is Survivor Plus, sorry, is the hardest difficulty on that game, which it's not, because on that game, New Game Plus is literally the exact same game, but you carry your upgrades over. which means you have an advantage from the beginning because you're inheriting items. So not only does that further prove how stupid and how much brain damage that guy I just blocked has, but New Game Plus works different in every game.
I think that's unfair to people that have got brain damage.
I do too, because they're smarter than him. But on this game, it works so much better. And one of the main reasons I decided to play Dark Souls was because of this notion of you can keep playing through the game, but every time it gets harder. And that's not necessarily true, because it does cap. It gets to a point where it stops scaling. But that's still, like, New Game Plus 6, New Game Plus 7, it's still quite a lot of playthroughs. So the benefits to going through the game multiple times is you can pick up multiple things. For instance, if there's only one thing, you know, per playthrough, if you're on New Game Plus 7, you can have 7 of those things. And some people's builds will actually work around having, you know, items that are difficult to get numerous ones of.
Like the mushrooms.
Like, exactly, just like the mushrooms. And
I'm learning.
yeah, check you out. And even if, you know, you don't like the mushrooms, they're still there in the game to be got. And if somebody's patient enough, they can get a lot of them. And what it really boils down to with that stuff is our assumption that you shouldn't have that many. Which is silly, really. Do you see that then? That rat took him out. That guy just quit. That dude did an R2 on a halberd, which I parried. Because some of these are going to be quick and short, because a lot of the low-level stuff, unless, you know, that your person you're fighting is really aggressive and doesn't care about dying, which is very rare, it takes forever to kill anything.
I don't like the rats.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. So those two people there are New Game Plus folks, because they're wearing armour that's in a much further part of the game. Or unless they've come back before they've finished it. Same with this guy. He's wearing something called a Silver Knight piece of armour, which is not that far in the game. It's a place called Anor Londo, but it's still much further than this level that I'm supposed to be. So I get a quick parry on him. He doesn't have a lot of vitality though, so he's not exactly massively levelled. That weapon that she's using, or he's using, I'm not too sure what gender that one is a boss weapon. So, you know, these people have equipment that is much better than the depths. These will have no trouble in this place. The most trouble they'll have is right now, against me, because they're so strong. Like this guy is... I missed my parry there. Do you see how I'm getting set on fire every time he hits me? That's because it's an elemental weapon he's using.
Like you had earlier.
Maybe.
And you had the like, running claw.
Oh yeah, the elemental claw, exactly like that, yeah. And it's one of those things where they have a ton of good stuff that is going to take me out pretty quick.
I say earlier as well, that was a different video. So
it was a different video, yeah. It was indeed. But it tells you that he's got, you know, some weaponry on him. And it's not necessarily the biggest sign of quality, because anybody with knowledge of the game can get that stuff. It's just you don't really expect it in this area, or I don't anyway. As I fix my sword after killing that dude. Yes, love everything about that guy.
What did he do?
He did the R2 on the Drake sword, which gives him mad props, and then I parried it, which is just kind of funny.
Did he fall off the edge?
He had a little bit of persuasion from me, as I give him a little bit of a kick. But the good thing about this place is the depths is really diverse and silly. There's lots of stuff you can do with it.
Is it bad that my favourite part of this game is pushing people on edges?
No, because it's really funny.
I really like it.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite parts too. Like, if I can get that, my job is complete.
Especially when they die. That was a kind of good one because you didn't see them for a bit. But
Yeah, exactly.
I like when people fall off edges. Not in real life though.
Well, you don't really see it in real life, do you? So much?
Well, not people falling off and dying, that's less funny, but people falling off things, I don't find it.
I don't know. You know, if you put like a funny theme on it,
No.
anything can be funny.
No, it's kind of not.
It really can. I mean, it's not nice, and there's tragedy there, and
It's so horrible sometimes.
no, all I'm saying is you can have a video of somebody shooting another human being, and it's awful. It's the worst thing ever. But if you put like the chicken song on it, immediately your brain's confused because you don't know why you find this thing funny all of a sudden. Because you know, instead of it just being bang and the guy dies, you're like, I don't understand this. It's a dissonance in your brain. And it's just like AIDS. It took AIDS 20 odd years to be funny, but now it's finally funny.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Somebody asked me the other day on a commentary why I say such hurtful things so seriously.
It doesn't have a filter. There's no off. No, saying that there is.
There is a filter. There is definitely a filter, but I choose to ignore it
most of the time.
And I do enjoy the hyperbole shock humour stuff because I love my favourite reaction from something I say is that because I don't think anything is funnier than that because you know you've tickled something that they didn't expect you to say and usually it's a good thing. Sometimes you get punched, but
it has been punched a couple of times.
It's still funny, goddammit. But they were in response to me making a fleeting reference to kids outside making noise when I was doing a commentary. So I was hoping that they got hit by a car.
See, that's like one of the tamer things it says.
Oh, no doubt.
That wouldn't get a gasp out of me, I don't think.
No, because there's a distinction here, my queen. They think I'm being serious. They don't realise that I'm saying it because it's a ridiculous thing to say, and you normally wouldn't say that. And the only reason I've said that is because the children are annoying me, and that translates into my brain as, what silly thing can I say that somebody might not think is the nicest of things to get that gasp reaction? And instead of getting the gasp, I got this very concerned comment from this, you know...
You're going to be one of those people that I'm going to get a phone call like, Chris has been arrested because he said this on the internet and nobody liked it.
Well, it's like when my mum elbowed me in the airport because we're talking about a bomb. Which I could have been, like, rubber-gloved up the bum. But I only said it once.
Say, it wouldn't have been funny then, would it, when you would have been bent over and been asked to call?
It was still funny. It was still funny. Because what happened is, they were getting the suitcases, you know, to weigh them, and you can only have them at a certain weight. And when they said the weight, they were over. And I said to my mum, like, you're a bit over here, you know. So I was behind her in the queue, and she was super nervous, but I don't know why, like she was smuggling heroin or something.
Oh, it's just an automatic response, isn't it, to be nervous, even though when you...
So she got super, like, agitated. I'm like, Mum, it's alright, it's not like you've got a bomb. And she elbowed me straight in its stomach. I'm like, oh... Like,
which kind of makes it look more like she had a bomb.
I know.
Have you seen that picture?
It was so funny.
Where I saw it. It's like a Snapchat of some guy, like... You can see airport security behind him. He's got a turban on. It's like about to be randomly spot checked.
It's so good. Racial profiling is wrong, but it's still funny. Just like that. He got hit by the roof.
I can't believe you just said racial profiling's funny.
It is funny. It's funny because it's wrong, but it still happens. Like, it's this... My mum was saying the other day, why can't we call it a blackboard? We can call it a blackboard, it's just there are certain super sensitive people who are probably white who are saying we shouldn't say it because they're all self-righteous against racism when there's a bunch of black folks stood there thinking, what's the fucking problem? Because it's these martyred, these self-righteous, self-martyring people that are like, you should feel bad for saying this, these poor people. It's like, you weren't being lynched, fuck off. You probably had a silver spoon and caviar. It gets on my nerves, that, but... It is funny. It's still funny. Like, you've seen that. Have you seen that picture of the dating website? I forget what the name it is, but it's a Muslim dating website. You know, it's an all-female for men to find a wife.
Muslim mingle.
Something like that. And all it is burqas. So all you can see are eyes. So it's literally just a bunch of women with the traditional dress on, where you can't see what they fucking look like.
Well, I suppose that's kind of the point.
But that's funny. Because we have this assumption that these dating sites are going to show us these faces and sell these women. And it's traditional dress for their religion. And it's amazing.
It is a mashup of two things. Like,
yeah, it's this...
Surely if they're in
this Western versus Eastern cultural ideas.
If they're in full headdress and fully covered, you'd think maybe going on a dating website is probably frowned upon.
Well, yeah, you would.
Like, if you're wearing a full burqa, you're probably not allowed to look for men online.
Exactly.
That seems a bit of a contrast of two. But,
and then to make that even funnier, you've got your guy next to you who goes, I like the one on the left. But the one on the left looks like the one on the right. But that being said, some people do have fantastic eyes. You have fantastic eyes.
Thank you.
I have fantastic eyes, if we're being honest, and I'm always honest.
You do have nice eyes.
But it's just that thing, isn't it? We assume it's going to be this really materialistic titties and chest shots of men and women and stuff.
It's a bit odd to have that next to the one where it's big titty Asian lady looking for a boyfriend near you.
These Russian girls have too many men. There's too little men members on this all-female site, and they're showing you a porn star that you know because you've been on the internet a few years. And you're like, she's not on this site. I know her name, and I've never been on this site. I've been on other sites, but that's different. And it's just that silliness of the internet. But getting back to what we were saying, is this dragon bro is gonna bleed me to death.
Blood loss, blood loss.
There you go, and poisoned. It's like a double whammy of disappointment. But you can't take a lot of the things I say literally, folks, because it's intended as theatre in these videos. It's intended to make the commentary a little bit more eclectic, more obscure, and just sillier. Because we live in such a serious world where you can't say anything, and we have this fantastic place called the internet, which, you know, for every good thing it does something unquestionably dumb too. So you have to take it in spades, and I don't want people coming here thinking they can't say something, or thinking that I can't say something, because this is supposed to be a haven of just, you know, just
silliness.
Yeah, complete silliness, and a silliness you can't really have unless you're with really close friends, because people get offended. People go, oh, you can't say that, and well, you can. It's just society doesn't want you to, for some good reasons, but at the same time, I think if you're going to see something and you're going to look at something as being funny and you're going to make jokes of it, you can't draw a distinction. You can't make a line. You have to see everything as funny or nothing as funny. And that's just one of my personal philosophies. I don't expect anybody to share it, and I do blame it on an upbringing of South Park, because they have almost the same kind of ideal when it comes to that. Yeah.
I for one kind of disagree.
Yeah, I know you do. We've had this conversation a few times.
But I think for me, the main point of all of it is that between 30 seconds and 2 minutes, it's taken somebody to write down a comment. They could have just watched something else.
Exactly. They could have clicked off the video and gone somewhere else instead of getting, look at the lag, man, look at this. You can tell when it's getting really bad lag, because I'll just start poking. I'll just start poking. Hope they die. Please die. This is just too much. Not enough death. Look at this. Look at this. What? Where is he? What is happening? Oh, here we go. Me and my brother here. Bit of fire. Throw the Lloyds. It just don't make any sense.
You've been saying the things that you're saying for too long now for somebody on the internet to be like, oh, you shouldn't say that, for you to take any notice. So just click on something else. And
well, the problem is people try to change it. Like, this is my channel. I'm putting forward me. And it's not the most positive. It's not the, the most successful way of building a YouTube channel, but it's honest. And that honesty resonates with a lot of people. But every so often there's going to be cognitive dissonance, and there's going to be somebody who gets either offended or disagrees so vehemently that they want to try and change it. And you can't. It's just...
So don't take the stupid comments.
Well, it's not even that. I like a healthy discussion.
Like, people are dumb. It's the internet. There's barely healthy discussion in academic circles.
I know.
On stupid internet.
That is the problem. It's this thing of, like, even an argument. I was talking to a guy that we, accurately named the Professor, because he was a quizmaster down at the pub. I was speaking to him the other day, and he was talking about the origins, I think, of the word argument, which it's got Latin origins, and it comes from two people essentially sharing conflicting ideals, but in a civilized manner. It doesn't always have to be this a character attack, this defamation of each other. It can be a discussion. It can be, fair and enjoyable. And like, some people think, well, there should have been a transition there. I don't know what's going on. But some people think that when you say something, you're saying something else because they interpret it in a way that wasn't intended, because text is terrible online. There's no context, there's no tone.
Have you seen those new punctuation things?
I don't think I have.
It's I can't remember where I saw it, but it's basically punctuation from the modern age, and it's things like actual visible punctuation to be able to write sarcastically.
Oh, so it's Kappa from Twitch.
Just so you know.
You can say anything you want as long as you put Kappa after it. You've got complete immunity.
Maybe, I don't know what that is, but yeah.
It's literally, it is a word now that is synonymous with saying stupid stuff without repercussion. And I kind of liked it at first, and now I kind of dislike it.
I think the sarcasm one is, the Nile thing of hieroglyphics, where it's like...
The Ankh.
Zigzag line downwards.
Oh,
yeah.
no, that's not an Ankh, that's an actual hieroglyphic.
Yeah,
a glyph.
I think it's that. But there's stuff like...
But how the hell do you type a fuzzy line? Do you think the keyboards are going to evolve to fit this need of sarcastic, like, parentheticals?
There was another one where it was an ampersand mixed with like another bit which was a symbol for and or, instead of writing and slash
or slash or, yeah.
Yeah, it's just stuff like that, like just modern punctuation that seems to be lacking when you consider how many fallouts probably happen, not even necessarily on the internet, but in written word, where people read stuff and get automatically angry instead of reading it in the voice it was intended.
Which is interesting, because there's a lot of that happening, but I don't know.
It's just going to be something that would be incredibly difficult to adopt.
Oh, no doubt.
So it'd be an addition to that. It'd be an almost new language. And eventually it evolves.
Well, you're adding a caveat, aren't you? You're adding an addendum to an already functioning system.
It develops too fast, and that there'd be some people using different things for different meanings, and it'd all clash and probably end up in the same state.
And people would be misinterpreting the damn...
Because then you'd end up doing sarcastic marks and... Yeah, look it up, it's really cool. It's a good idea.
Use full capitals to express a specific word, or quoting things. Or when you talk to them in person and they're quoting air quotes. Air quotations. Do they really achieve much, except for making you look more douchey? I'm not too sure. Do you ever do air quotes?
I do sometimes, but only generally mostly to point out if it's something that I've not said that I'm saying.
Elemental katana, check him out. Something that you haven't said that you're saying, so to make the distinction between your words and someone else's words.
Somebody else's are, yeah.
I suppose there's probably the use for it. This guy's got poise, but not enough to take my claymore. Oh, apparently he does. How the hell's he alive? Oh, there you go. No, he's not.
I'm really bored.
Well, I do have the window and the door shut, and a hot computer and 2 heated bodies doing a commentary.
And I'm under duvet.
Yes. You lazy bugger. But this is going to be another, probably quite a lengthy series because I've got a lot of gameplays. I am going to try and put some alternating PvP stuff. I want to get some Berg duels, do some Berg sessions. I want to get some arena sessions, and I want to get some higher level invasions because like the upload schedule kind of was nothing but low level stuff, and it can get a little bit, you can kind of get burned out on watching the same stuff. As much as I do enjoy watching the silly low level invasion stuff, you just have to once again bear in mind that this is all intended to be silly, to be funny, to be, you know, as exciting as I can make them. This is not skill, folks, so all those people that like to put down that I'm twinking and that I'm modding and
Isn't that a gay thing?
What, twinking?
Yeah.
It might be.
I think that's a gay thing.
I wonder what it means in the gay community.
I think a twink is somebody who looks really young.
Oh wow, so it's jailbait. Gay jailbait.
Yeah. I don't know why I know that.
I don't either. I know what a beard is in the gay community, but that's different. I also know what a bear is.
It's like the opposite of them.
Oh.
Just someone who looks really young and teenagey.
Oh. Well, the twink on this game is somebody using super high level equipment at low level to essentially one-shot people. Which,
I wonder if that has gay origins.
If you've watched any of these videos, you'll know that I'm barely one-shotting anything, so you might want to revise your definition of twink. But thank you for watching anyway, folks. It's hopefully should be a fun video. We had some ridiculous commentary on it there. And as always, you take care now.